Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say good evening. Tonight we've got a very exciting matchup for you as the Notre Dame Prep hockey season gets underway. Notre Dame is a member of the North Oakland Eagles, a combined team that is made up of Notre Dame Prep, Oxford, Brandon, Avondale, and Oakland Christian. As the Stewie starts pouring in, the theme is blackout. The theme is blackout. Theme is blackout for the student section in the home opener. Free pizza promised to the first people who attend. So, first game of the season for both teams here. Not a ton of information. But with the information I do have, I am able to give you guys some entertainment for tonight. So just a little bit of background. I'm Augie Villawan. I go to Notre Dame. I run Notre Dame Athletic Broadcasting, which encompasses all of the Notre Dame Prep sports, with tonight being one of our athletic events. There's a few Notre Dame Prep students on this team, those being Julius Livernoy and Owen Fulcher, the goalie tandem, Patrick Riney, a senior at NDP, James Walker, a junior at NDP, and Daniel Archie, a senior at NDP. One of the hard things about having a team that is made up of multiple schools is a lot of these guys don't get to see each other on the regular, which makes it a little difficult or confusing in terms of knowing what's going on and having that general team bond. I am without my typical setup tonight, so we're gonna see me get a little creative in terms of how I run things. It's the first hockey game I've ever covered. Really excited to be able to come out here and give you guys a good viewing, or at least do the best that I can. So I will get back once the game starts up. Just gonna check the quality here. Just looking about as good as I expected. Let's see if we can't tilt this down a little without completely ruining. I am a one-man crew tonight, serving as director, producer, cameraman, commentator, doing it all. So, apologies if tonight's a little bit funky. We are working out some things, trying to work out the kinks. So, there may be times where the camera work gets shoddy, or the camera work gets crappy, or the commentary gets a little funky, but I'll try my best to stay balanced and get everything going well. I do, luckily, thanks to my amazing mother. As many of you guys know, pizza was promised to the first students that show up. However, I came prepared with a snack of my own. Flip this. I'm Augie Villawan. I'm going to be your host for the evening, as we've got 5 guys here. Always a pleasure having 5 guys. The price is pretty absurd sometimes. I'm going to try to skew this so that I'm in it. I can't do much about the scoreboard situation. I'm running this off of a phone, so the graphics are a little wonky. This is the lowest I can put it. So it is what it is, as we'll dig into some delicious Five Guys burgers and fries. You guys don't need to see me eat, so we'll flip this back. How's my jersey? So solid student section here tonight. Obviously, not selling out by any means, but a solid showing nonetheless. We're getting creative here, folks. We're flipping a garbage can. I'm gonna use that as my workstation. Is it a little nasty? Yeah. However, is it elevated? Yes. Does it work? Also yes. All right, and out come the North Oakland Eagles. Goalie Julius Livernoy leading the way. So Julius has been talking about the new pads that he's gotten. Those are looking pretty slick. So the Irish did start their season, the Eagles did start their season off with a scrimmage against Bishop Foley. They won 12-5. However, freshman goalie Eli Clifton was in net, freshman from Oxford, as Julius Livernoy was out. So we haven't had a good look at Julius Livernoy. This is going to be his first season playing with the Eagles, as he did play travel hockey the last 3 years. So this is really the first look we're going to get at him in MHSAA contests. But from what I've heard and from what I've watched, he's a pretty solid goalie. So this is a bit of a surreal moment for me. I did play for the Eagles freshman year. I do see my jersey down below. I played freshman year, decided I wanted to focus on lacrosse a little bit. A sport that I'm probably not going to be able to cover in the men's variety. However, women's lacrosse is one that I'm going to try to get on the docket as much as humanly possible. So score brought to you by keepthescore.com. All right. We'll try to identify who the goalie is here. That's number 30, the sophomore for Ann Arbor, Gabriel Richard, over here. Their coach was gracious enough to lend me their roster. Unfortunately, no positions on. It looks like they're only packing one goalie here today, though. So we pan over here. I think boosting my bit rate on these streams really helped out with the video streams, so very happy about that. So they're right in front of you. That's number 6, Patrick Riney, senior from NDP. Did not play last game due to an in-school suspension. Down on the left side, number 25, Daniel Archie. Another issue when it comes to broadcasts with having kids from different schools, I don't know most of these people. I'm familiar with a couple, namely, I'm familiar with a couple non-NDP kids. Those being, well, Brendan Everhard, played with him at the tail end of my high school hockey career, as well as Noah Voss was on the same team as him. And Benny O'Dowd played some spring hockey with him. So captain there, number 19, Mason Rodriguez, the senior out of Oxford. Let's get some camera work practice in. So in case you couldn't tell already, camera work going to be a little iffy. Going to try to find just the right zoom that we can get the whole zone. Okay, I think we found it. This is the first time I'm operating a video stream, so bear with me as we go through some technical difficulties. Or not technical difficulties, more skill difficulties. 18. 26 Lucas Stoll. Clock counting down here in the warm-up. We'll get you guys your starting lineups as well as your anthem. Let's take a look at the Ann Arbor end. Ann Arbor, members of the Catholic High School League, including some hockey juggernauts, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Detroit Catholic Central, Cranbrook, Brother Rice, a lot of very good teams. As some of you might know, Notre Dame was a part of the Catholic League for a few years, did end up leaving that. Speculations vary as to why Notre Dame left the Catholic League. However, since they are on this combined team, the Eagles compete in the Oakland Athletics Association White Division. That is made up of Lakes Area United, Farmington, two teams who actually just played before this. Bloomfield Hills was typically on top of this division. However, a loss in participants did end in them joining Lakes United. Lakes United now ranked as one of the top 10 teams in the state. They defeated Farmington Hills 6-2 earlier today. So warm-up's over. Team's going to do their huddles. Again, I'm Augie Villawan. You're watching NDP Athletics Broadcasting. For those of you who don't know, NDP is a member of the North Oakland Eagles, a combined hockey team. A combined hockey team with the likes of Oxford, Avondale, Brandon, and Oakland Christian. Avondale not represented here on the roster, but they did have members on the team when I played freshman year. So 17-minute period. This is the home opener for the Eagles. starting lineups for Ann Arbor, Gabriel, Richard being announced right here. So it's a little surreal for me commentating a team that isn't. It's a little surreal for me commentating for a team that's called the Irish and not rooting for them. Mason Rodriguez, the captain. Julius Livernoy, the starting goalie for tonight's matchup, as we are going to get our anthem underway. Playing on DSC Rink 1, the Olympic-sized rink, so a little bit bigger than the second. Great anthem there. Not to brag, but that is, the singer was wearing my jersey from when I played. So that is the extra. It's also in a smaller size. But a great anthem. So the Eagles gonna get a quick huddle before the game starts. And we are gonna get ready to get underway here. Home opener for the Eagles. Head coach Brad Thiel stepped into the position a couple years ago after former head coach Eric Button stepped down. He's now an assistant coach. Alongside him for assistant coaches Drake Eckert and Steve Janowicz. Your athletic trainer for the night, Chris Polsinelli. And that's just a bit of a weird feeling hearing Irish on 3 from a team that I don't plan on hoping wins. Head coach for Ann Arbor, Gabriel, Richard is Clint Robert. As we are just about ready to get underway for you folks. I'm going to try my best to keep the scoreboard out of the way for you guys. We're about to get pucked up at center ice. Face off one in the direction of Ann Arbor, Gabriel, Richard, starting to break out. Passes across the red line. Turned over. Early possession for the Irish. Like I said, camera work's not going to be great. Coming around the net. Brings it up the right side, pass to the slot. Shot saved by Livernoy. Rebound shot saved again. 44 out across the point. Big hit there. So setting the tone early are the Eagles. Number 44, Nick Iacco, the sophomore on the receiving end of that. Physical start here for the Eagles, setting the tone to what they're going to hope is going to be another playoff-bound season. Past couple seasons, they have made it past the first round and lost in the second round. 2 seasons ago, they had a huge upset over Lake Orion, fueled by Matthew Wagner. Face off to the right of Livernois. Won again by the Irish. Possession taken back by the Eagles, back behind the net. Skating up, that's number 16. Aiden London out into the middle. Back down. So some more physicality here coming. Irish trying to break out of their own zone. Irish Eagles. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve for me here today, folks. Please bear with me. I'm not breaking out across. Cross and Irish into enemy territory. The shot saved. Rebound chance knocked away. Recovered by the Eagles. Dumped into the corner on that, Mason Rodriguez. Rodriguez coming up, looking for some help here. Pass across the middle, nothing going. Racing for that are the Eagles. Turned over there. Knocked down. Coming across. Just left of Livernois, now sitting behind the net. Popped up ahead, almost gloved down. Turned over. Out to the slot. Big hit there on Patrick Riney, right in the slot. Eagles starting to push. Gets tripped up a little bit there, no call. Irish get possession back out across. Patrick Riney racing for that puck. Lifts the stick, rims that around. We recovered by the Irish. Physicality there. Eagles pick that one up. So dumped in by Mike Leroy. Riney pinches there, nothing going. Going to be a 2-on-2 coming down. That is pass across the middle. Big save there by Livernois, but the rebound put back in. Goal scored there. Let me see if I can grab a number on him. Goal scored by number 18. David Dunphy, the freshman. I had a pen, not sure where it went. Gonna go on a little search and rescue for that poor thing. But jumping out to an early lead is Ann Arbor. Sitting back at the center ice. Irish trailing by 1, just over 2 minutes in. Found it. It's in my back pocket. So celebrating, scoring there was Dunphy, going straight to the Eagles student section. Irish looking to break out big, stretch pass there. Fumbled a little bit, looking for it. Recovered back by the Eagles. Breaking out, Nolan Poulton dodges the hip check, pass up front, tipped up in the air, still down, now batted behind the net. Happy to clear this all the way down are the Irish. Going to be called for an icing. So Irish coming out physical early. However, they still trail by 1. Off a Nolan Poulton goal. Not Nolan Poulton, David Dunphy. And so like I said, I'm not familiar with a lot of the members of this North Oakland team. So going to have to figure that out. Center here is Xavier Sanchez. Although from up here, not many people can see. So it is rimmed out across to number 6. Trying to locate it right under him. Stretched pass. Stretch across. Drop back 44. Coming in. 77. Now back to 44. Sitting in the corner. Getting harped. Dumps that up to number 6. Big hit there on the board. 6 stepping in. Shot, save, rebounds. Cleared out by the Eagles. Still puck in the zone. 44 coming around the net now. Pass out in front. Almost tipped. Very dangerous spot. But that will go out to center ice. The Irish going to get some recoup here. Stretch across. Pass just a little too far. Eagles trying to break out of their own zone here. We'll get that out of the zone. A little bit of a stick fling there. And I'll tell you, this tripod is doing its best. I am not a cameraman by any means, as that's passed out in front, loose, dangerous spot there. And Irish just dominating possession here. That is bumped out. Daniel Archie curls, trying to get out of the zone, knocked down, kept in. That's another clearing attempt by the Eagles, still not going. Just gonna chip that one up and out, tipped away. Irish gonna get some, allow the Eagles to get a change here. So that's tipped by Archie. Coming in are the Irish. I'm not good at this commentary. And the Archie soaks a hit there, but pressuring are the Irish. Number 14 brings that around the net. Fighting in the corner, looking for some help. Irish gonna knock that one out. And rim it out. Pinch there by Daniel Archie. Saves the puck. Pulled out. There we go. Archie gonna get that one again. Just gonna dump it down. No icing called. Eagles gonna get a quick change here. The Irish doing a lot of north-south. It's gonna be a one-on-one now. Got some trailers. The shot just wide. Knocked out. Good play there. That's number 4. Mason Young, the freshman, played with his older brother Logan. Dumped in by the Irish. So the Irish now starting to get a little bit of possession time. And directly underneath number 17. Tipped up by Young. 2 on 3 now for the Irish. The shot steered aside by Livernois. Up into the netting. Gonna get a stop here. So, commentating hockey is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. But we're just going to keep battling and keep learning. Irish trail 0-1, 11 minutes left in the first period. Face-off won by the Irish, shot steered away into the corner by Livernois. He's seen a lot of rubber today. There's another one steered aside, trying to get the Irish, trying to get the Eagles a little bit of something there. That's tipped by Rodriguez. I'm sorry, not Rodriguez, by 21. Poulton. Fighting in the corner is Favaro. That's going to be tipped out. Eagles looking to recover. Got some pressure on him. Stretch pass for Rodriguez, tipped into the Ann Arbor bench. So the scoreboard is being a little funky on me. I'm not able to control a lot of it. I'm using a free software, so I'm going to do my best to keep it out of the way, but no promises, as that's in another dangerous spot. Eagles trying to find the ball. They clear it. Recovered by the Irish. Send it around. Battling in the corner. Xavier Sanchez there. Trying to clear the puck here for the Irish, for the Eagles. I'm going to say Irish about 40 times. Just coming in are the Eagles. Got some numbers, although good physical play there. A little bit of fisticuffs in the corner. That's steered away. Good defense there by Aiden London, assistant captain. Dumped in. battling in the corner. Eagles starting to gain a little bit of steam here, along with some crowd support. Puck's just going to be on the low boards. Sent all the way. Big stretch pass here for the Irish. Covered by the Eagles. Try to tip it out. Will not get all the way out. 3-on-3 now. Good defensive play there. Send that down the ice in the direction of the goaltender. Going to play that off to his right. Irish coming across here. So we may make a change on our scenery here and just go with no scoreboard, as it is being a little bit of a pain. It's across. So a lot of back and forth here. Irish were dominating possession early. Eagles starting to bounce back from it a little. I think we are going to go with the no scoreboard at the next stoppage. Although we've gone 3 minutes without one, and we went about 5 minutes before, as Archie going to bring that up across the neutral zone. Passes it back, shot, knocked down by the Irish goalie, steered away into the corner. Eagles getting some more possession. In net is Zeke Tolson. Big hit there, although it's going to be a 2-on-0. Pass in front. Livernois plays that one really well. Adirond back. I'm going to call that an ice, no tip. All right, so we will go switch out the scoreboard. So scoreboard out, icing on the Irish. Looked like that one may have been tipped in about the neutral zone. Officials saying it was not. Face-off going to be the left of Livernois. He's seen a lot of rubber today. I was planning on trying to keep track of stats, however, that proved to be very hard. Dumped in by the Irish. Around up front, played by Livernois. Livernois letting a lot of rebounds go here, trying to get some offensive possessions for the Irish. As that's in front, tipped by Rodriguez, just high. Yeah. And pinching down in the corner. And 6 coming in. Out in front. Glove down by Patrick Riney. He did a good job pinching there, as now the Irish are going to have a breakaway. Shot. Scores! Nolan Poulton puts the Irish on the board. We're tied up at 1. So good defensive play from Patrick Riney sets up an Irish goal. And we are tied 1-1. Don't suppose I'm going to need my computer anymore. So Nolan Poulton with a first goal of the North Oakland Eagles season. We're now tied at 1, 7 minutes left. Some complimentary play from the Irish sets up and pays off. They're continuing to look to add some pressure. Two on one coming. So that was assisted by Patrick Riney, not only helping out as Irish starting to sense a little bit of pressure. That's deked through, going to be well defended and cleared all the way out, played by Livernois. As he sends that one way across half ice. He has scored a goalie goal in his travel career. Very good handler of the puck. putting that on display for us here. Batted down, sent in, calling it an icing. Nolan Poulton. Scoring the first North Oakland goal of the season. Irish are going to have another face-off in their own zone. Shot on net, blocked in front. Cleared up. Danny Archie with the forcing the turnover there, but turns that one right back over. So the Irish starting to get a little hot. A good poke check there. Knocks it away. Big hit. Student section is loving it. Penalty going to be delayed penalty here as Archie moves in. Scores! Danny Archie unassisted. With a snipe from the slot. Puts the Eagles on top 2-1. Just sent that one in. Irish were going to go on the power play. Julius Livernoy was just about to the bench. Danny Archie gives the Eagles the lead. Won by the Eagles. Irish get possession right back. Eagles showing a lot of forecheck here. Brought across. Patrick Riney pinches. Was covered. Good poke check there. Batted down by the Irish. As misfire on that one. Good opportunity there for the Eagles. Livernoy plays it out to his left. Dodging a hit behind the net. Though gonna lose that puck right at the blue line. Irish starting to threaten in the slot. Shoots, batted down, scrambling in front of the net. Knocked away by the Eagles. That one is sent in front all the way to the right corner. Missed that shot there. Sent across the slot. Irish getting a lot of shots here. Looking more like just some frantic slings of the puck. The defense chance raining down. Good hold there by 77. Take the shot. Another missed shot. Irish still recovering there. Into the corner. You're seeing a lot of physical play here today, especially for the home opener. Deflected in the slot. .22 James Walker on defense there. 3 minutes 50 seconds as Irish just gonna send that one in, looking to tire out the Eagles. We're gonna need an ice or a change sometime soon. That one's sent in front, misses. Riney tries clearing that one out. Stopped by the Irish. Another shot on net. Tipped in front. Good awareness by Livernoy to knock that one away. Riney tries to clear it out. Held in by the Irish. Mason Rodriguez, the captain, now on. Trickling puck right in front. Holding the shot. And cleared up and out. So much needed break for the Eagles there. 3 minutes, 13 seconds. They lead 2-1. It's an exciting game already. Thanks to some great goalie play by Julius Livernoy. He's had to be on his toes all game. Doing a great job of it. Okay. Coming across Aiden London. Geeks well defended by the Irish, though he does recover back. Thrown in front, almost knocked in. As Irish starting to go on attack, weaving through defenders, number 6. Defended out to the corner. Pops that one up. Gonna be a penalty here. Penalty called on number 2, Alex Favaro. Gonna head into the sin bin. So 2 minute for a rough. Going on the power play are the Irish. So as if the Irish defense wasn't already in their own zone enough, now on the penalty kill, gonna have to do it even more. Once Chip sticks the elbow out on him a little, passed in front, batted down. Irish passing it around. That's gonna be picked. Rodriguez and Poulton coming in again, gonna be offsides. Just barely. Poulton getting a little talking to from the referee for shooting the puck after the whistle. Gonna send him off. Not very happy with the referee is Poulton. Although you do have to understand where the ref's coming from. Face-off in the neutral zone, sent in by the Eagles. Gonna just drop back. Irish sending some skaters around the neutral zone and into the Irish zone, trying to keep the Irish on their toes. That one almost cleared, knocked away. Hearing the puck behind the net are the Eagles. Got plenty of time, gonna send that one across. Sending that down Aiden London. So the Irish looking to throw a lot of stretch passes. That's going to be an icing. So a bit of a mental mistake there from the Irish. Tried the stretch pass, just missing. Going to be a face-off in their own zone. So this week is just going to be jam-packed of sports content for you guys. Yesterday, as you saw on the Instagram, and it'll be up on the YouTube shortly once I finish putting together the Supercut, we had signing day at Notre Dame. Got some great interviews and clips of our signing day. Tonight, you've got the Eagles, and tomorrow night, another Eagle-Irish matchup, Frankenmuth, coming to William Kazira Alumni Field to take on Notre Dame Prep in the regional final. Winner of that game heads to state semis. Rematch of last year's state championship. One of the most exciting matchups of the week. Eagles still on the penalty kill here, doing a great job, not letting anything go. That one almost jinxed it. Sent in front. There's 8 seconds left, under a minute now in the first period. Blocked by the Eagles. Working. Tries to dump that one in. Number 91. Tried to get a little finesse on that one. Turned away by Livernois. Can't stress this enough, seen a lot of rubber today. There's some good defensive play and knocked out. So the Eagles, been on defense a lot, holding strong. Under 20 seconds. Gonna try to get some stretch passes set up. Coming in are the Eagles. Looking, shot just over the net. Recovered by the Eagles. Puts it out in front. Benny O'Dowd tries to get one on at 3 seconds. 2-1. End of the period. And a little bit of a cheap shot after the play. Irish gonna be penalized for that one. Danny Archie, the goal scorer, got tripped up there. So the Irish head into the break, leading by 1. Gonna start on the power play. I'm Augie Villawan. We'll be back with some more coverage. So we'll probably be back in action in about 10 to 15 minutes. For those of you who want to stick around, I'll give you guys a quick preview of tomorrow's playoff game between the Irish of Notre Dame and the Eagles of Frankenmuth. Frankenmuth comes in with a 10-1 record. The Irish. Getting myself mixed up on words now. The Irish come in with a 9-2. This is a rematch of last year's state championship. Frankenmuth was really anchored by one of the better players in the country, a Michigan State commit, on their O&D line. He graduated last year. And the Irish also played Frankenmuth early on in the season in a scrimmage, and that went pretty resoundingly in the way of the Irish. However, seasons change a lot. And, it can be anybody's day. Apologies, having a quick snack break thanks to some Five Guys gifted to me by my great mother. Well, it's going to be an exciting one. These are two pretty balanced offenses on both sides, along with a rock-solid defense for the Irish. Really, the one player I think the Irish are going to have to look out for is Cash Tedford. And it's not just because he's a good player. In the state championship last year, on one of the first plays of the game, Cash breaks off this very long run, looking like it's going to be a touchdown, before switching hands in the open field, fumbling and recovering are the Irish. Soon after that recovery, Billy Collins took about an 80-yard screen pass to the house, and it was all Irish from there. Ended up winning that game 42-7. So revenge definitely on the mind of the Frankenmuth Eagles. However, spoke with a lot of NDP players over the week, including Blake. Okay, so I think we found the time limit. On our broadcast. No matter, it worked out pretty well with us going straight into the second period. Underestimated how hot it would be in the press box, as it is quite warm. I am about 3 feet below the ceiling with heaters all around me. I dressed for the elements, and the elements said, I don't think you're actually as ready as you think you are. Start of the second period, Eagles starting on the power play. Takes off one by the Irish. So immediate pressure from Mason Rodriguez. Okay, that's Benny O'Dowd, brings that around the net, chased, dumps that off to Aiden London, bringing it across. Stepping in, shoots, saved. A nice glove save there by Toulouse, the sophomore. Not easy to do when you have about 50, I'm exaggerating just a tad, you got about 25 rowdy students behind you, hoping you let one in so they can give you the business. Minute 40 left on the power play for the Eagles. Dumped in, held in on the blue line. The Eagles power play going to go to work here. Poked away on a breakaway now 88, Stephen Jaffe moves in on Livernois, missed. Livernois played that really well, although there is a man unmarked. And a big hit there from Nolan Poulton. And Benny O'Dowd knocking the helmet off of Stephen Jaffe, getting the stoppage on the play. So checking the equipment is the referee, going to see if it's illegal equipment. Helmet did come off, so I believe the face-off is going to be in the neutral zone. So again, lots of physical play coming out for the Eagles today, making a statement. We are not a team that's to be taken lightly. Face-off won by the Eagles. Gonna go to work now. Try to set up a power play. Minute 15 remaining. Swirling around in the neutral zone. Coming across, that's London. London brings that behind the net. Looking, still doesn't have anything. Still going, shot, score! Right in front of the Stewie. Aiden London goes 5-hole on Toulousain to give the Irish a 3-1 lead, cashing in on the power play. And in case you didn't think high school hockey was fun for students not involved, there's your answer. So we saw how high scoring this North Oakland offense was. That is brought in. Going to be offsides if they don't get back on sides. Xavier Sanchez on the assist. Now the Irish starting to push, puts a move on a man. Looking, save, blockered away by Livernois. 1-on-1. Big save from the senior. Shot misses wide. Irish bringing in a little bit more pressure. That's rimmed around by Patrick Riney. Stopped at the blue line by the Irish. Dipping that down and start cycling it a little bit. Shot saved by Livernois. He's made some great saves. Going to be sent all the way down for an ice. So Livernois seen a lot of shots so far today. Only beaten by one, and that one can come with a little bit of an asterisk, as that did come on a rebound. Other than that, he has stood tall in net for the Eagles today. Big hit there at the blue line by Nolan Poulton. Eagles rushing that in. Hits off the stanchion. Gets a little bit of a funky bounce. Mason Rodriguez pressuring. Jeez, Poulton. Apologies for the shoddy camera work. So physicality ramping up here as the Irish and Eagles battle in the corner. Tipped out front. Still in front. Livernois scrambling. Couldn't get a shot away. Big hits. Just rolling in. Sent blocked. Stretched to Poulton. Poulton coming in. Scores! Nolan Poulton, his second of the day, gives the Irish a 4-1 lead. Wow. So referees having a discussion. Sitting in the box right now, Aiden London. Give a little bit of a shove to a Gabriel Richard player down on the ice. So we're going to get the call from the referees here. Well, I forgot how fun hockey is with the hockey moms, expressing their displeasure with the behavior of the Eagles on that goal sally. To be fair, it was a little bit of an incidental contact. So going, that's just going to be a 2-minute penalty on London. Irish looking to Eagles looking to put on some pressure again. Knockdown save. Nolan Porter. So now the lead is 4-1, although the Eagles now on the PK. Irish bide their time. They'll try to take this slow, methodically, try to chip away at the Eagles' lead. That's down in the corner. Passed up, top of the circle. Pass down. Good movement, blocked away. Xavier Sanchez there, knocking that pass away. Now the Eagles dumping it in once more. Now just under a minute left. Pushing that in, Mike Leroy. Shot save. A rocket there, snared by Livernoy. Stops the odd man rush. Great save. That's one of the harder ones to make. Human instinct when you're having a solid rubber object launched at your forehead is to just duck away. Livernoy doing a good job of fighting the instincts there. Throws the trapper up, makes the save. 55 seconds left on the penalty. 13 minutes, 10 seconds left in the period. Sent out by the Irish, batted down before it could get all the way down by Evan Teeter. The Eagles sending in some more pressure here. Their forecheck has been vicious today. It's their captain, Mason Rodriguez. A bit of pinching still kept in. So starting to flip it are the Eagles here, keeping the Irish trapped in their own zone. Ten seconds left in the penalty on Aiden London, as the Irish just going to hold this in their own end. So another unsuccessful power play as there's an icing. So the Irish, 2 power plays already, no goals to show for it, as the Eagles and especially goalie Julius Livernoy have been really locked down today. Am I a little bit biased towards Julius? Absolutely. That is my friend, but, you know, still having one heck of a game. Face-off 1 by the Irish. Jump that in. Ben O'Dowd playing that one well. Now brought behind. Looking for some options. Going to step up, shoot, save. Covered by Livernois. And been rock solid so far. So United, if I had to estimate, seen about 15-ish shots. Only surrendered one so far. And I'm Augie Villalon here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. That one shot just wide. Bringing it around are the Irish. It's a good move on a man. Got to step in. Saved by Livernois. Shut down that angle. O'Dowd battling in the corner. Archie sends that up. And out. Bad advancing that Lucas stole. That pass blocked by the Irish. Coming in, odd man rush. Good play there. Not enough. Irish have had some great looks so far. Not able to capitalize on them. Had some power plays. Had some odd man rushes. Nothing going. Archie. Archie has a goal so far. Dumps that one in for the Eagles to get a change. Got to watch out behind him. That stretch pass 3-on-0. Saved by Livernois. And not able to dunk that in are the Irish. Julius Livernois standing tall. Shuts down a 3-on-0. Tipped out in front. Gives up a rebound. Still shutting that down. Dumped out. And going to be too many men. So, apologies for that, folks. So now, what was already a 4-on-5, now a 3-on-5. So bad made worse. Serving that penalty, serving the too many men, 24, James Kennedy. Too many men, and now going to be a penalty called on Nolan Poulton. 2-minute cross check. Well, we'll see if the Irish can cash in here on a 3-on-5 advantage. They weren't able to cash in on a 3-on-0. All right, 3-on-5. Now a 5-second overlap in penalties. And 5. Shot tipped away by the Eagles, sent around by the Irish. On for the Irish, James Walker, Mason Rodriguez, and Ben O'Dowd. Going to try to fight away this 3-on-5. Shot, save, dunk. So good try there by Julius Livernois. Stopped the one-timer. Gave up a bit of a juicy rebound there, and the Irish cash in, cutting the lead now down to 2. As a goalie, I know that feeling for Livernois. Can't do much there. Made the initial save. That's the one that they expect you to get. Or really, the one-timer they don't expect you to get. Close on the rebound, couldn't get it. Nevertheless, Eagles still lead at 4-2. 10 minutes left in the second period. Wait, now we're going to have a 2-on-2 rush right off the bat, dumped in by the Irish. There's a little bit of momentum swinging towards Ann Arbor. Getting that 3-on-5 cashing in. That shot tipped in front of the net and out of harm's way. That goal scored by number 44, Nick Ayako, assisted by number 6, Kai He. Minute 08 left on the penalty. That one spiked way down. Gonna take off some good seconds of the clock. Danny Archie coming down on the forecheck. Feel that the camera work's steadily improving. Starting to learn how to do this stuff. Irish. Just under 45 seconds left on the power play. Looking to try to catch one more time. That shot from deep, steered away by Livernois. Stood tall all game for the Irish. That's a big through pass, then a cross shot. Saved by Livernois. Rebound in front. Sent out of the zone there by assistant captain Alex Favaro. Irish going to set up one more push. 15 seconds left in the power play. That is picked off. Cutting through is London. Still has it. 4 seconds now. Eagles keeping this in. Blocked in front by the Irish. We need to slow this down a little, try to get some more offense set up. Lots of presses from the Eagles have not made it easy on offense. Tipped ahead for Poulton. Poulton tries to put a move on a man, looking for his third. A stretch pass just out of reach, going to call that an ice on the Irish. So 2 high-value chances there from both the Eagles and the Irish. Just not enough. Poulton went for the nutmeg play on his defender. Defended well. Irish going for the stretch pass, the counterattack. Just out of reach. It's a little bit of equipment malfunction. 7 minutes, 51 seconds left in the second period. Numbers are hard, guys. Buck handed off. It appears we lost the puck. Back, face off to the left of Tallison. Tied up at center. Won by the Irish. Waffled away. Held in by Riney. Riney stepping in. Flops on the shot. Kept in by Rodriguez. Steered towards the left corner. Forecheck coming. Boy, miscommunication. Patrick Riney coming out of his defensive position. Covered well by the Eagles. Kept in, but recovered by the Irish now across center ice. Blocked by Rodriguez. He's been having one heck of a game. It's dumped in by Christian Dollerup. Freshman from Oxford. Big hit there from Dollerup. Riney marching in, gets bodied. Puts that one in front, bouncing, covered up. Oh, boy. Rodriguez took a little stab at the goalie, taking offense to that. Was Sanchez. So he will head to the penalty box. Wow. So, tension's running high. This is going to be the 5th penalty on the Eagles. I'm running out of room on my sheet. Ref talking to Mason Rodriguez. Just let him know you can't do that. With the way and how heated the game's gone so far, doing that is just going to stir the pot. So getting physical now. Started off pretty physical. Continuing that way. 2-minute penalty. For the Irish, they have a 2-goal lead, Irish trailing by 2 goals, but getting all the momentum they could want right now, getting several penalties. Irish steps in, whiffs on the pass. Rodriguez defending that in the slot. Shot saved. Julius is, and again, I've seen a lot. He's going to see a lot of rubber today. However, Oxford girls volleyball beating Romeo. That was a big matchup. I don't know much about volleyball, but I do know that that was a big matchup in the playoffs. Someone almost cleared by the Eagles. Walking in around are the Irish. Passing back and forth, trying to get something set up. Irish penalty kill, holding strong. Playing their zones very well. That one's tipped. Defended by James Walker, going to step back. James Walker, one heck of a lacrosse player. That's tipped up and across. Taken back by the Irish. We got plenty of time to work with here. It's taking off 40 seconds. Eagle penalty kill. That shot sent in. Tipped into the netting. Eagles penalty kill. The only goal they let up was on a 3-on-5. Other than that, 1 for 3. 1 for 4 are the Irish on power plays. Sent in for O'Dowd. O'Dowd whiffs on the shot a little bit. Can't get that one cleared. About a minute now. Looking for something. Irish taking their time, trying to find something. What's in? Doing a great job. Not giving them any daylight. That's tipped in front and out. Livernois fighting through the screen on that one. Tip does not. Tip takes that shot pretty much out of contention completely. Shot right off the faceoff, steered away by Livernois. That one sent down. Missed pass, going to give the Irish another unforced error there. Clearing it again is Noah Voss. Favaro took a spill. Eagles are gonna be in a 3-on-5, although getting back there, chipping it away. Wide open shot in the top right, steps in, shoots, blocked in front, sitting right behind. Livernois looked all over that one. Back to full strength, so another failed penalty. So another successful penalty kill for the Eagles, another failed power play for the Irish. Now sitting at 1 for 5. Pass blocked out in front. Gonna try to fight for that one. Put into the middle, put in front for Noah Voss, gonna be just ahead of him. And Noah Voss is going, that's not Noah Voss, apologies. Nolan Poulton going straight to the box. So that's the 6th. His 2nd of the game, he's getting dangerous territory. and he is going to be ejected. Yeesh. So wholeheartedly disagreeing with that call from the ref. It's his second and is tossed from the game. So an interesting start to the home season for the Eagles, as one of their leaders and leading scorers tossed out of the game with 5 minutes left in the second period. Ooh. To be honest, not sure what the disagreement on the call there was. That puck was in front of him by a pretty wide margin. No real chance for a play there. He's just venting his frustrations. So exciting start to the season. So 5-minute misconduct on Poulton and an ejection. Ooh. So Irish with another power play. Shot wide. Gonna try to clear this out. Nearly cleared. Stepping in, shot blockered away by Livernois up into the netting. Done a great job so far. Nearly cleared out by Aiden London. Just takes a bad hop off the boards up into the netting. So shot in front, tipped in front, loose puck, smothered by Livernois. Seen a lot of rubber today, standing strong. Livernois been on top of it, blockered that one away. Behind the net. Tipped in, played just over. Puck has been in the North Oakland zone for seemingly all game. Julius Livernois backstopping very well for the Eagles. Irish, just 1 for 6 on power plays today. Eagles have given them as much power play as they've seemingly needed, as stepping in, shut off by Livernois. Done a great job shutting down the angles. That's cleared all the way down. They've done a great job clearing out the low angle. It's now 3-on-2. Makes that a 3-on-3.